This episode contains strong language like scrup, skadonk, and now and then Terry talks about work. Listener discretion is advised.
Naven Luxury Hotels. Tawar. Next door tell me her finger to more luxury accommodation. J'entends just son nom pousse. Venta het fine dining fete a look. Only luxury found in Navan.
So you wake up late. You need to be at Jod in 3 days. Your private craft can get you there in 4, unless you use Gate Pass. The Stargate network is up and running between most Confederate planets. Just fly through the orbital Stargate and arrive in the other system instantly. No worries about pirates, as Stargates are always well within the protected zone. Just 10,000 credits per use. We even offer a yearly subscription for less than 12 million. Gate Pass Stargates for the elite. Let the scrubs use Star Drive.
So, anything else before you guys go?
Lava was working on her Tengu operation skills. So, Mama Bear and I have been training together. She's been training me up real good. Apparently in more than just my mech skills. Apparently I'm picking up some of her language. I suppose that's what happens when you work as a team.
Well, you are a communication expert, so you do pick up the vernacular.
Just a bit.
She's been putting you through setup drills where basically you start from having, in just in a regular suit to getting into the Tengu and battle ready in one turn.
Okay.
So the Tengu does start to, I don't want to say learn because that would imply artificial intelligence.
It has a certain amount of adaptive capacity to its owner. It's tailorable.
So it...
Set training, did you say that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can now get into a Tengu for one action.
Excellent. Do I have to meet a particular role for that, or I just can do it?
You can do it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I had to fix somebody's ear.
Starfish?
Oh. Does that mean that I can now, have some repair skills?
I don't.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
But do you have to be in a mentally altered state in order to be able to do it? Given that was a state in which you learnt those skills?
That should mean that I get extra points.
No, but given that you laid down those neural pathways that were tripping out,
That's
nobody's
right. Well,
business.
I'll just have to get back on
Well,
the game.
technically you were staring at Bob's boots the
So
entire
Mama's
time.
wearing
Doesn't matter, I fixed
Mama's
it.
wearing a high-collared kind of Asian cut sort of overdress thing that shows off her arms because there's a lot of muscle there. There's also some very well-earned scars and quite a few good-looking tats, if I might say. Felinus down all, man, those Felinus, they know how to do their tats. But anyway, so she's wearing that, but it's slit all the way up to here because, leggings got to be free to move. Yeah, and I got a pair of real nice pistols with real pretty gemstones on them. They just look good. They're for fancy balls. They're the fancy ball pistols, and there was one on each thigh. So that's it. And and all my war medals are on a belt that is sashed around, just on display.
Like the Confederate cross.
Yeah. They're on display, but they're at my waist because I'm not enrolled. I can't wear them on my chest because I'm not active.
Okay.
But they're there.
Nice war medals.
Yeah.
I'd wear mine if I could figure out how to hang that many skulls off myself.
Yeah, well, that's all right because that makes up for the lack of the skull you got on your shoulders.
Ow, that hurt me.
And your hair is done up in intricate braids.
How many points do I get?
Well, that's the end of the game.
My beautiful steel gray hair that, it's an honor to braid Mama's hair, so just saying. That's all done up in the intricate braids. You know, with just a few combs here
With
and
a
there.
bunch of needle stiletto hairpins and
yeah.
serrated combs.
Now, I'm just wondering, you know, because making an entrance, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in a crater, and people have to, you know.
Ah, okay. So, let's role play this part out. Okay. So, as you guys you're in the 5th crew. When you arrive, Nav Luna Control hails you, says, "This is Joy from Patrol. 5th crew, you are cleared for landing on the Finter Crater, landing pad 1. Now, you guys can't land the 5th crew on this moon. Your ship is just too big, but you can take a shuttle down."
Mm-hmm. And the shuttle's big enough to take all of us at once?
Yes.
I was just wondering if some of them could take a shuttle and some of us could take our mechs.
Tengu are not spaceworthy.
Do the mechs fit in the shuttle?
Yes.
Okay, so we can bring them down.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I just kind of feel naked without it
Nearby.
Now, one thing you do know about Nav Luna architecture, unlike a space platform that we put on our actual moon, the atmosphere, the pressure's the same, so it's not built the same. So it's not built to withstand vacuum. We're talking like thin metal. Only it just has to keep the oxygen inside the building. If it vents out, it's not like you're going to have explosive decompression.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's just that the ratio of oxygen to whatever's outside will be problematic
exactly.
for most species.
Which brings me to another question. At this point, we've got pretty small breathers, yeah?
Sorry, that's just my question.
Oh, is my Halosian water breather capable of breathing other air type things, or is it only
No.
water? Okay,
No.
so I need a oxygen exchange breather
So-
as well as the water.
When you land on the platform, they specifically set up these platforms so this way, when you walk out onto the platform and you walk over to the airlock, when the airlock opens up, you have like this sun setting behind you kind of thing. It's just so this way you can always make a grand entrance.
Yeah.
Now, the breathers that you have, Nevin has these, Nav Luna have these breathers that last about 10 minutes. You just breathe through your mouth, put it in your mouth, and it's expected that the nobles, you don't need to speak while you're out there. Not important. The servants are supposed to take care of everything for you. You're only out there long enough to make an entrance. The architecture is absolutely gorgeous. We're talking, these domes are of interwoven, like knotwork of glass. The airlock itself seems to be almost like a puzzle piece that undoes itself in order to open up. It seems like anything that they could find a way of making something functional more expensive by making it's almost like they're putting diamonds in like door handles.
They don't have gold toilets, do they?
Don't know. You haven't been to the toilet yet.
Don't the sevens take care of that?
So my question is, what kind of breathers do we have on the 5th crew just to have as breathers?
They're just regular.
Ones that you don't want to mess your makeup, so you probably better borrow one of the Neverland.
No, that's right, but I'm just thinking for preparation and expedience sake, bada boom, should we all maybe be having someplace about our person in a little pocket or something like that, an actual backup breather?
I concur with that idea.
Good idea.
How long will someone survive on the surface?
About as long as you can hold your breath underwater. Even if, and it's not poisonous. It's like,
Just the oxygen concentration.
yeah, the
is too
oxygen.
low.
Yeah, it's like it's mostly nitrogen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not gonna. That in itself isn't gonna kill you. So you're not like you're poisoned or anything.
Yeah.
It's just you're gonna suffocate.
I'm just saying we all should have a personal breather.
Okay. I'll
somewhere
you can find
about
out.
our person.
When you land and your gangplank lowers, some servants come out. You can tell they're servants because of their masks, and they're all wearing the same sort of uniform.
Like a catering uniform?
Kind of.
Penguin-y?
Yeah, penguin-y. Yeah.
Butlers.
Butlers, yeah.
So, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I was definitely going for the Secret Service type look.
Okay.
I'd most likely blend into the servants
Except for
at
the
a
face.
glance. Except for the face.
Right.
Arkady, you just dressing that pretty. We're here to get you a good match, girl.
You could do that in a power suit.
Oh, honey.
So as we walk out,
It takes them almost a second to realize that you, Mama Bear, is the noble.
Mhm.
And what they do is that they make everyone else hold back so you can walk through the airlock first.
right as I'm at the airlock,
Mm-hmm.
I stop and I turn back and I look at the ship and I start laying into lava.
You can't.
Why?
You
Oh,
breathe.
I
it.
can't.
Breather.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You just
I was trying to set the bitch tone, but oh well.
Maybe
can
you
do
can
that.
roll
You
your
can do that
eyes.
once we can
like,
do. You can do that once we get inside.
Okay.
Because
I do stop and look back and like make note of what the fifth crew looks like from this angle, and I just kind of toss my head in disgust and storm through.
You could do something like snap your fingers at lava until it
Yeah.
like follows.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm scurrying out after she's made her grand entrance with my data pad looking harried and browbeaten and henpecked.
Smooth your uniform.
Yeah, smoothing my uniform, my black pants and bustier and hair scraped back into a bun.
You're immediately greeted by Saffron Fenter. She is pretty much the epitome of grace. This woman has never seen hard work. She's, well,
Oh,
actually,
so she's a jewel
Terry,
encrusted.
you know that that's not true. However, but that's a separate thing, and you won't talk about clients.
So she's a jewel encrusted marshmallow.
Pretty much.
A what crusted marshmallow?
Jewel encrusted
Oh,
marshmallow.
jewel encrusted
she's
marshmallow.
soft both on the outside and the inside.
Oh. So, and she looks over at Terry for just a second, and then there's that moment of, and she says, Mama Bear, or can I call you Carol?
I think Carol would be just fine now.
Carol, I must admit you have good taste in arm candy.
Yeah, I like a lot of flavors, but Tara's my favorite right now.
Terry just gives a good old wink. Seductive.
Don't you get cheeky, boy. You remember who's paying your pay right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mom, Bear.
Yes, Mama. That's right.
Yes, Mama. Oh, I can see where this episode's going to.
Okay, what was her name?
Saffron
Saffron.
Fanta.
Saffron. It's just it's an honor to meet you, and I'm so humbled that you've allowed me to be one of your guests this evening.
She says, you're quite welcome. So, if you'll follow me, we have to go and meet Richard, my brother, and he will take you over to the auction area.
I'd love to follow you. Can I just have just a moment before we come in to guest you? You'll excuse my crassness, but there's just a bit of business I need to take care of. And I
But of
turned to
course.
Lava and I said, Lava,
Yes, Mom?
fifth crew looks disgusting. I want you to make sure she is washed. We cannot be coming down to meet these people in a ship that looks like a junker.
We took the shuttle down.
Yes, Mom.
I expect better preparation from you in the future.
Yes, Mom.
I'm sorry to have to be crash in front of you, Carol. These things need to be taken care of right away. It's a bad habit from the battlefield.
She says, I totally understand. She says, I occasionally have problems with the staff as well. Isn't that correct, Jared? And you see her servant, Jared, snap to. But of course, no. He hands out a plate with tiny breeders. And they are all like different flavors.
Mm-hmm.
He says, in case of an emergency.
Thank you. That's mighty hospitable of you.
Saffron starts guiding you through the party. And
as she's guiding us through, and we're walking past, I'm making little quips to Arkady. Are you paying attention, girl? Do you see the grace of how that woman walks? You need to be learning something here.
Mm-hmm. I can see where the bar is.
Did you seriously say that out loud?
In my head.
As I take the breather from Gerard, I'm going to ask him, look, do you have any reputable recommendations for a ship cleaning service in this area?
This is, but of course.
Okay. Alright. Could I please ask for an exterior clean for our shuttle? Under no circumstances is the ship to be entered by anybody. We do have...
That is standard.
Yes. I just wanted to confirm that we do have some security measures, a legacy of Mama's preparedness from her wartime days, and I would hate to have to arrange for any funerary costs of lax employees.
Duly noted. And as he's walking away, booby trapped. Okay.
As we're walking, I hear Gadar. What other languages do you speak?
Yes.
What language do you want?
That was the verbal translation of my shred.
Is it okay if you speak Felinus?
What's that?
Does she speak Felinus?
Yes.
Okay. So, in Felinus, I start giving you minor instructions on things to look out for as we walk by, because I am making note of things.
You don't have to. She's telepathic.
Yeah, but is she making a point to make other people around her nervous because I'm her advisor? So she's
okay.
Because I'm very tall, so I'm leaning down and paying
exactly
close attention to Mama. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not trying to
just
do
taking
things. I'm
notes.
trying to do things on the down low, but not that much on the down low.
And the notes that I'm writing are in like pictogram.
Okay. Right. So I'm, as we're walking through, I am being who I am. I'm figuring out the lay of the land. Right. I'm making note of exits. I'm making note of security cameras. I'm making note of side doors. Anything that I think is something worth pointing out.
Okay.
I mentioned to Atrium in Felinus. Also, I mentioned to Atrium in Felinus that, Lava's already picked up on it, right? I've already trying to make it so that the servants can buddy up to one another. Yes. Right? So there's that. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing I'm doing. And if I recognize anybody in the room that we pass, right? Because Mama's been about.
Right.
So if I recognize anybody in the room, my plan is to indicate to Atrium and Felinus who they are and what I know about them, and then have her alert Dave if it's necessary.
Okay. So,
I'm just wondering.
Well, while you're having that conversation,
I mean, it's just an aside. Like we're walking, we're being led, and then all of a sudden I'll just say, "Excuse me," and I'll say something in Felinus to Atrium, and then we'll keep going. And I won't explain to our hosts what I've been doing.
You wouldn't actually say "excuse me" because you're a noble. You're just doing what you do.
Well, I would say "excuse me" to another noble if, for instance, she was speaking or whatever. But yeah,
not to a servant.
There's Atrium. You feel a telepathic link being formed. You look up, and you see a Gadar up in the top, on one of the balconies, wearing a cloak and having a black dagger on the forehead, which indicates a member of the Children of Hihardin, the Gadar Mafia. Basically sends you a message, says, "I know who you are, do not cause trouble. My assignment is more important than the bounty on your head."
I reply saying, "It depends on who gave you your assignment."
Damn.
Is that the wrong thing to say?
Well, you've said it now.
We don't have bounties anymore, do we?
No, we don't have Confederacy criminal bounties. We're talking Gadar Society.
Like mafia bounties, those don't get put in the newspaper.
Right.
And this is the Children of Hihardin. You guys really pissed off the Children of Hihardin.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Mama Bear wasn't there.
No.
No, wasn't that on the asteroid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we always pissing her off?
Because we live like that.
Just talented, I guess.
As we're walking around, I'm also like, it's basically Mama Bear walking in front, and then Atrium and I walking at her her 5 and 7, shadowing her. And as Atrium is taking her notes, I'm also ostensibly taking notes but performing whatever low-level scans that I can as we go along that aren't going to ping any sensors.
Atrium, do you say anything to anyone about this interchange?
I'm pretty calm and non-reactionary, but I think I instinctually sort of give a heads up telepathically to Dave, but I don't tell him what's up. So Dave is just like, but you're on the alert.
On that note,
You're on the alert, and you can see that my body is tense.
Okay.
on that note,
You can
before,
see that your body's
tense?
This is a Gadar happy. This is one that's scared shitless.
Same expression.
Yeah. But my
With the
shoulders...
mouth slightly open.
I would imagine my shoulders square slightly, and I sort of, like...
Follow.
but she's
Slightly.
contacted me telepathically, so I'm aware. And on the same note,
Because you're the one who wouldn't panic.
yeah.
You just
given
feel
that
the alert.
given that we didn't have any of our weapons taken off us or checked in, how armed in general can I see everybody?
So in
And their
general,
bodyguards and
the nobles, it's almost like the nobles, unless they had some sort of military career in the past, it's almost dirty to wear weapons.
That's why I'm wearing my Purdy pistol.
Now, you do see a few
so no
other...
dueling sabers or
No, you do see a few bodyguards, and some of them are from other clans. So apparently the Warmidian bodyguard is something that is...
we got that right!
Yeah. You do see someone from the Earthquake clan that you're sure would look a lot better with a knife in their gut. But
anyone I recognize or just clan markings?
just clan markings. And does it really need much more than that? Really, for you?
There's always personal vendettas on top of clan.
Do you have any personal vendettas left?
He's old. He's old.
He's old.
He's complaining.
Well,
He helps out family members or clan members from time to time,
people
takes on a
I've-
hard one.
people I've killed sometimes, they have family and grudges get held, and I generally try and keep a track of that.
Like
as well.
Earthquake
If
clan.
I'm supposed to be like all noble and wearing a pretty dress, I just have stuff.
Yeah, but
on
you're the
me.
rebellious child that's gone to Auntie for
They don't
remedial.
know that.
Yeah, you have a
could
family
carry
embarrassment.
4 people.
Yeah.
If I've got a person in a pretty dress, I could carry like 3 guns on me, 4 people.
Under
Okay,
all your
later.
petticoats.
Well,
Oh, I haven't had anything taken off me.
yeah.
No. It's
So
fine.
I'm hiding small pistols in my arm.
Okay.
My walking stick is relatively plain, except it's cord with the most dense material you can find. No, so it's virtually
It's a
weighs
club.
5 times as much as it looks like.
But that's okay, because you're carrying it with
If
your
I hit someone in the head with the disc.
But you carry it with your metallic arm, with your
Oh,
robot
yes.
arm, because then you can just wield
So
it,
nobody
it
can
looks
tell
like-
that it's that heavy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have written here in my notes, Dave is feeling confident because he is packing.
And the next line, Terry is feeling confident because it's hereditary.
Alright.
That's where I was about to go, but you worded it better.
So I got the game.
And that's why you've been training.
Oh yeah.
So do I see anybody I recognize?
Minor people,
No retired generals.
no, this is a bit, I don't want to say underbelly, but more,
None apart from me.
yeah, this is not their scene.
Who was the Gadar with? They're on the balcony. Are they standing with anyone, or are they
No.
standing over watching
They-
anyone?
It looks like they were hired as security.
By the Fenters.
Yes. So your
Yeah,
impression that
something
you
to
got,
note, Fenta is connected to Ihardin.
Or hiring them for their unique skills.
Well,
Well,
there still has to be a
They don't
connection.
hire out much.
it could
They're
also
not
been
very
from the
mercenary.
auctioneer.
That's true. That's true.
Actually, yeah.
Because remember, the sale of pre-crash equipment is very illegal. So this is
Which is unfortunate because I was going to suggest buddying up to the auctioneer and spreading a rumor that we bribed them to do something just to seed discord amongst the other.
Mm.
I don't know how likely that would be, given that it's a bit of a suspicious
Well, not
scenario
now,
anyway. Yeah.
now. I also want to mention that the gravity is a bit light here. So understand that most of us could jump. This is important because currently, as you're going through the party, there is kind of a waltz being done, and it's almost an aerial feat. And imagine a dance like a waltz that's been created in low gravity. It's almost an aerial display.
I would think that a lot of the patients that are wearing dresses also have some form of protective kind of undergarments on.
Or not.
Or not. It depends on how exhibitionist they are.
We're gonna need to get Terry some weighted shoes because otherwise he's empty head all.
It's already filling up with ideas, Dad.
So everyone is like floating slightly?
Yeah.
I'm bouncing around.
Bouncing.
I just
Moonwalking.
can't take.
Like,
No, it's really hard to take people
I was
seriously when they're bouncing.
really impressed by this
Terry
like
knows how to
imagery,
dance.
but not
Good old Terry.
But no, but it's being done in a choreographed way. You know, like in the Regency movies when they have all of those dances that you go to. Now, Regency is a generic term. It's not anything
It's the
specific.
time period.
Time period, yes.
Yeah.
And they go and they have all these dances and they're all these partner swapping kind of twirling, waltzing formation type
Imagine
stuff.
that in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Could
It is still funny.
part of the plan that we could have had, since I'm mum is Candy, and then we've sort of established that
Your
I'm a
pants are
good
buttoned up.
choice, so we know that our host has definitely done something that maybe Mama could let me go explore, maybe get some share. I don't know. That's
Where is the dance floor?
fine for us.
Yeah, you're
Like, is it like central?
Yes.
We're looking at the dance floor.
So we're in the middle of the stage.
Perhaps Terry, you should take me for a twirl,
Yes, Mama.
and we can kind of work our way around the room that way.
Good way to spot people too, as we're dumping in.
Yep.
Okay, so what is your
My dancing.
Well, you would have your dancing would be under
Agility?
agility.
I got flying in 0G too. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
1D.
yeah, Lava knows all about Terry's 0G skills.
So will that help in the lower gravity?
Yeah, actually.
So that's a 4D.
You use that.
Yeah, I'll allow you to combine those.
Cool.
I, on the other hand, have 0G sickness. So
That's
I have
okay,
a
it's only
negative 1
partial
and
G.
0G.
It's partial G.
Partial, so it's not.
Okay.
You just might get a little
So
green.
But I have 3D agility.
This is the music of the party.
I got 10.
Okay. No,
Yeah, pretty full.
it's fine. And since you've decided to lead in this particular case, you're fine.
Okay.
While they're dancing around, I was running some scans before. Can I check if I've got any results?
Okay, so you have a general idea of where the auction house is located because there are strange readings coming from
That area.
From
which
that
is
area?
consistent with the tech, the pre-fall tech.
Correct.
Okay. Do I have any further information about the rest of our surroundings at this point?
They're pretty much anyone with a facial tattoo is packing.
Okay.
That's
expected.
obvious. Yes.
Yeah.
Falls into the duh category.
I would be surprised if they weren't.
Yeah.
Or scared.
Yeah. You don't have to pack.
Few guards that are not part of personal security. They are carrying laser weapons, small and compact.
General security kind
Yeah.
of thing in the auction house.
They're not expecting much.
Okay.
This sort of thing, you notice they're having a party for an illegal auction.
Well, no, maybe that's cover for the illegal auction.
Yeah,
They've paid people off.
Yeah, I mean this is the 1%. So these are the richest people in the Confederation, not alone just Navin.
I'm going to sneak away and go take a seat at the bar. Attempt to behave myself.
Have I? I'm just gonna follow Arkady to the bar because I believe I have instructions from Mama Bear to make sure that she doesn't get herself into too much trouble.
Well, and also, Arkady has instructions from Mama Bear to try to figure out who the wealthiest family is there, aside from the hosts, that has a marriageable age son,
Does it have to be a son?
Child.
heir,
Yeah, that's the better word.
that Arkady can,
Woo.
in the pretense of I'm supposed to be finding a match and can start to kind of buddy up to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, at the bar, there's this woman about close to your age. She's staring at a glass of whiskey, untouched. Unlike everyone else, her clothing is almost simple. Not inexpensive. Not extravagant either. It's not revealing, not I mean, it fits her well, but it's almost like she's gone out of her way to hide any curves that she has.
Oh yeah.
Very expensive burlap sack.
So like elegant and tasteful, not flashy.
Even the colors are a bit subdued. And she is currently looking at this glass of whiskey and not touching.
Sounds hot.
Okay. I can sit down next to this lovely lady and order a similar drink.
I'll have what she's having.
You're dancing.
Do your job.
Ask her if she'd like some company.
She says, yes, I would enjoy that. And she says, and we give the offerings to White, and she pushes the glass forward.
She says what?
We give offerings to the light and pushes the glass forward.
Here
What shit have I already gotten myself into?
Well, basically, you're trying to seduce.
a nun.
You're trying to seduce somebody who is the most dangerous kind of person, a religious fanatic who actually believes.
Did she drink?
No, that's the
Push the
point.
drink away.
Well,
How did she get it?
Somebody just put it in front of her. It's expected that these things.
Oh, she was looking at it like she wanted it.
Yeah, she's working to resist.
so she's corruptible.
Potentially.
She says, hi, I'm Julia Fenter.
Oh.
Am I using my own name? Am I using my own name?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know my own name.
What is Carol's last name?
Jod.
Jod.
Really?
So you would be using the last name of Jod. You could use Arkady Jod.
She's the equivalent of Ding Captain America.
Well. Okay. Okay. I am Arkady Jod, and she is a beautiful mama bear.
She says, Mama Bear, wow.
What brings you here?
She says,
Well, it's
I
her.
live here.
It's her house.
I don't know that though. You like?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said Fenter, so she's the
Okay.
hostess.
She says, this is the 5th party this month.
You seem a bit over it.
Like you wouldn't believe. She says, I am so tired of these parties. There's got to be more to life than this.
Sounds like a princess.
She is a princess. Rebellious.
Literally.
So, lady, what can I do for you to lighten up your life? How can I make you happy?
She says, get me off of this rock.
I don't know what to do with you.
start by getting off.
Okay. Can we go for a walk? Do I need to signal something to people?
I'm shadowing you. So, because I've been told to keep you out of too much trouble.
You've got a bit of psychic ability. You could tell me, and I'll just let Dave know.
Okay. Yeah, I did it.
I need a roll. Roll sense, please. You just need to roll a 5.
What do you say?
Either one. Actually, I'm going to do this as a team effort. Either one of you rolls higher than a 5.
May or Arkady?
No, those
Arkady.
two.
Oh, hang on. Which?
You have to teach me how to do this again. So,
Oh, those two, right, okay.
if that's
Okay.
the sense.
You go.
So your sense.
Try that.
So you roll 2 dice, and
That's pretty good.
Considerably higher.
Reroll the 6. Reroll the 6.
Oh yeah, it
No,
works.
the other one
It'll
was
be
fine.
fine.
Okay.
Do I even need to roll?
No.
Great.
Okay. So you now know that she has a. You're now aware.
She's done the telepathic movement going. Yeah.
Chicka bow wow.
Yeah,
I'm-
and
I'm
I've
aware-
gone Dave.
I'm aware that Arkady is going for a wander and also that she has a shadow. I'm going to stay with the main group.
Yes,
Okay.
well, your charge.
So Julia is basically. She's found a friend, which is the first time that she's had anyone to talk to that wasn't. And she kind of, it's like she can tell that you're not after, like, her family.
Status.
Yeah, her status. So she just basically starts barfing up all her troubles.
Because you are, even when not pouring drinks, ever the bartender. The people will barf up their troubles too.
Just pick up the towel, put it over your shoulder, and go,
Pushing my
You
glasses.
should just walked around the front of the
Oh yeah,
bar.
polishing the
Wiping the
glasses.
necessary bar.
That's not how you
Oh,
pour
what's
one.
he-
Just walk around behind the bar and push the drink back towards you.
Yeah, basically from what you've found out is that she's been just frustrated with the family. The oldest sister, Saffron, is all about trying to become an actual noble. She will go out of her way to do so. And when relationships go south, people disappear. And you're not sure if it's directly because of her or something else, but it's just not. And her brother's worse. Her brother isn't interested in nobility at all. He is trying to basically take down another corporation called Podworks. So, Podworks is the equivalent of Apple. To take Apple,
Ding, 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 ding.
yeah, Apple and Tesla, put them together, you kind of have. So, ding.
Smart card.
Podworks is the company that makes all of those modular. Thank you. That's easy for you to say. Ships that can combine into bigger ships.
Terry's previous ship was a Podworks one,
Yeah.
given
Yeah.
that he had to have any number of configurable rooms to carry on that business.
They also make spacesuits that, you need to, on a combat mission, you just slap on them.
They're not quite as big as Glipcorp, but they're up there.
Yeah. Yeah. So apparently he's trying to take them down, and he's doing dirty dealings to do so. And all of this does not meet her as the baby. Doesn't meet any of her ethical codes. So she has joined the church. She ran into a street preacher, and he showed her the light, and so now she's given up drinking, she's given up drugs, she's not dating, she's living the straight and narrow, but her family won't let her. They're always throwing these stupid parties.
She's ashamed of the family for being too pure. Apparently.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've become like best friends now because we're both the weird little outcasts, sort of.
Yeah.
Except for completely different reasons.
We're still corruptible though? Or have I like gotten everything from her?
You pretty much have everything out of her that she lives there. So I'm sure you can find something else that's interesting about her. But
Probably to us.
Should I get it from her?
We have cold water and pictures in the fridge.
Yeah, she says she'll give you a tour.
How do you feel about how we're gonna?
No.
So
We're
where
winging
do
it.
they keep this stuff for the auction anyway? Sorry, I'm not narrating you.
Yeah, let's do that. But
You have a psychic.
well, I guess
You have
we
a
can go in
psychic-
there
you have
and
a
see what
psychic
it
link.
looks like. I need
You
to
can
get
talk
in
to
there
her
and see what it
anywhere on the
looks like.
planet.
I don't have line of sight.
But once you make the link, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
I suggest to you that I would really like to know and be able to see the items. Is it possible for you to convince Julia that would be a fun thing to do because the party is a real drag?
Cool. Okay.
She says, yeah, I can show you the items. And so she starts walk around and, here's Nova's arm.
Because I'm following along ostensibly as her bodyguard or servant in that that sort of thing, and I'm always.
And you're a servant, so you're not
Exactly.
even going to be seen, really.
No,
I mean,
exactly,
you're not even
but-
going to be noticed by the
Yeah.
princess.
Yeah, and because I'm a PA in that sort of role, I'm constantly like on my data pad. I'm always following around, attentive on my data pad. So as we're going around, I'm following along, and I'm going to scan those items that she's pointing out.
Okay, so you're picking up almost nothing from Nova's arm.
Okay.
There is a power source though.
Mm-hmm.
It's still active.
Okay.
Almost no power coming off of it, but there's still like a spark left.
Okay. Does it have any like Wi-Fi connectivity type stuff, or is it just I'm picking up power?
They're just picking it up.
Does it have any ports?
Yes. Nothing that you know will connect to it.
Okay, because it's old tech.
Yes. It's like trying to explain to your grandfather Wi-Fi,
Mm-hmm.
which I've had to do 12 times this week for my job.
To your grandfather?
To a grandfather,
Hey,
then
grandfather.
even. Careful, boy. You're only about 10 years away from being a grandpa yourself.
Yes, but I'm not going to fear technology. I'm not going to look at a computer like it ate someone.
Gonna embrace it.
Maybe they will by that stage. Who knows?
I'm okay with that.
So, Terry and I have been bouncing about.
Okay. You two, Saffron immediately basically scoops you up. Like, you are, Mama Bear, you're the flavor of the month because you're a war hero.
And
Okay.
your fresh meat on the 1% scene.
Yeah, so not that you have any nobility, but wow, maybe you can be molded, maybe, there's...
Strategic alliances.
Yeah,
Manipulation.
Have you met Mama?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm expecting you to do.
So she's talking about how the auction is going to be spectacular. They've had some high-end bidders in tonight.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in how everything goes, but I just, I spent so much time on the warfield. I'm just looking for pretty things in my life now, so I'm just kind of partial to the art piece. I know it's low end, and it might make me think I'm slumming it, but
She says, well, we only have a holograph projection of it. Would you like to see it, though?
I'd love that. But hey, I'm just, with all this old tech, aren't you a little bit afraid that the church might come storm your party?
She says, recently, well, first of all, we're deep in Confederation.
Yeah, but my experience, hon, is that don't mean screw up sometimes.
She almost blushes because you said scrub.
Mhm.
She says, "I like you, Mama. You say what you feel."
Oh, sweetie, not really. I'm trying to tone it back out of respect.
So she laughs a bit, and then she says, "Here, let me." She says, if there's a church agent here, I'll be very surprised. Besides, I think that they would introduce themselves to my sister. And when she says sister, there's almost a bit of venom in it.
Oh no, don't tell me one of your own's fallen for the light
She
brigade.
says, every family has a blight somewhere.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. But she's young. Maybe something will turn her head and bring her back around to pragmatic sensibility.
She says, maybe when you're done with Terry. Maybe I should purchase him for her.
Oh, now, if she's following the light, I think that Terry might be a bit of an overdose.
She laughs. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Oh, honey, I like you.
Just gonna drop that frog straight into the boiling water.
So,
but you know what? Maybe she should get to know my goddaughter, my niece. She's got some rough edges that need smoothing, but perhaps if they rub their edges up against one another, then they might just come to a mutually satisfying middle ground.
that might work. That might work. So she takes you through these, past these guards that snap at attention, and walks you in. There's a couple other people taking a look at the various pieces. The pieces that you are interested in, one of which is a necklace. The necklace, though it has some really intricate gold work, the centerpiece of that necklace is some sort of circuitry, and it's active. There's lights going through it like crazy. And apparently this necklace will actually respond to the wearer. So it's very interesting.
May I touch it?
She says, yes, I recommend that you don't take it out of the hallway, or do not take it past the gold inlaid circle. That would be bad.
So I touch it, does it respond to me?
It does.
Do I feel anything?
No.
How does it respond?
It lights up, and then the little lights start to like whirl inside it, and then they dim away.
Now that's just pretty.
She says it's fascinating. When she touches it, the lights are not as bright, but they're a different color.
Do we have comms?
Yes.
Her name was Saffron? Saffron, darling, do you mind if I call my curator in to have a look-see? Would that be right?
She says, be my guest.
So on my comms, I call for Lava and Atrium. Ladies, lady. Lava and Atrium, could you all meet me up here? I'd like you to come take a look at some of these artifacts before the auction starts.
I come back and say, I am currently accompanying...
Yeah, that's right, Atrium. You need to get yourself up here. Or, that's right, Lava. You need to get yourself up here, sweetie.
Okay. I turn to Arkady and says, and I say, I need to attend some business for your aunt. I will be back as soon as I can. Please advise me if you change your location. And I leave her and Julia alone.
And you
And I come along to the And I come along to the room where Mama Bear and Saffron are to attend to inspecting the items.
Yep.
I say, yeah, I'll be right there. And then I just let Dave know, because I don't know if
I'm already there.
Already there?
Yeah, he was shadowing her.
As soon as Lava shows up, I look at you and I say, I think I'm fine here, boy. You're relieved, but can you go make sure my niece doesn't get herself into no trouble?
Not a problem.
I tap my fingertips together and with a very cheeky grin and get myself a drink and just slip away from the deep floor.
Okay.
You're not at the
Well, wait, no, we can't be in the room anymore if everyone's going in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
But do you get away before Dave gets there? Or is he found?
No,
When
we'd already be in the same spot.
when Atrium shows up in Felinus, I let her know. I said this is really interesting. This is something that Lava should take a scan of. And I say that kind of on the side to Atrium and Felinus, and then I look at it and say, Atrium, now just take a look at this and tell me if you think it has any historic impact, right? So when Saffron touches it, and I have Saffron touch the necklace, do you see the color of the lights? Now, isn't that fascinating? Now look at what happens when I touch it. And then I touch it, and it goes off. Meanwhile, I have instructed her to tell you to be scanning this process.
So I'm scanning it. Do I need to roll to see if I'm picking anything up off it?
No, it's pretty obvious. You've never seen readings like that.
Okay. Can I make anything of them at this point, or is it just gibberish and I'm just
Record
recording
them for posterity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I just make a show of examining it really carefully and being in conversation with Mama while Lava's scanning it.
Okay. And Terry, what are you doing during this time?
I'm just standing there.
Okay, you're like, I'm just looking pretty.
Yeah.
Or purdy, as she would say.
Oh, but you know, now that's fascinating because you know, Saffron and I are women. I wonder if it's got anything different. And I put it on Terry.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, what did you
So-
say?
She said to not take it out of the gold circle, right? So it's not out of the gold circle.
So, this is what happens the moment you come in contact with it.
Oh, shit.
Sweet Jesus. So, remember that scene in a previous episode where... where basically reality bends. Yeah. So, you're now in a white room. There's nothing. A woman appears in front of you. She is
Is it
glowing.
a mental or a physical transportation?
You just see he's holding it, and the thing's gone nuts.
Okay.
You see an image of a woman who is very cross with you. And she says, "You have been ignoring me." And her face kind of glitches out like bad circuitry.
Yeah.
And she says, "I have been helping you for almost a year now, and you have completely been, you have ignored me, you have done nothing to thank me. Terry, what the scrub? I thought we had something."
What did you do?
Jesus. So Terry stands there confused and dazed because he doesn't know where the hell he is.
Everyone's just staring at you like, where's he gone?
And I've just responded, "Who are you?"
I'm Jory.
Who?
Okay. So, from a Game Master standpoint, all of a sudden, it all starts falling into place. Remember back in episode 3 when you went to visit the Starport City and no one knew of your jailbreak? Remember when you were escaping from the fighter pilots?
You're good, but not as good as I am. Ha, got him. Safety off.
This is Captain Jory speaking from command. Stand down and allow the shuttle to pass.
Are you kidding? I had him dead to rights.
My command was to stand down.
What? He's locked on right now. I can just...
Stand down.
Yes, my faith compels me to obey. Standing down.
And the commander that called them off was by the name of Commander Jory. You received a message from a unknown voice or unknown person basically saying that the church fleet is over your ship and you shouldn't move. This is Jory for Control. Good crew, you are cleared for landing on the Minter Crater landing pad one.
Are there any bounties, warning notices, things that we should be aware of that some of us might need to assume an identity?
Oddly enough, there's nothing. According to our intelligence operative, someone within a jury, says that only thing you need to do is connect two of these together. They just have to touch.
You sly dog.
Apparently you're a bit oblivious.
And now everyone's going to be going back, rewinding this episode.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are standing here looking at Terry in a daze holding this thing that's going crazy, and I'm like, boy, where'd you go, boy?
I need you to make
been a bit dazzled by the sparkler.
Willpower.
Willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so low. Jesus.
Well,
You
impulsive
just need to
much?
make a 10.
I need a 10.
Mm-hmm.
How many dice have you got for it? Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
12.
Okay, just snap out of it. What do you say?
I just give Mama a look at like, sort of like a fear and like confused look. I went, nothing.
You've been listening to the Starfall Actual Play Podcast, written and directed by Kevin C. Mason. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else you can find a podcast. Become a Patreon backer by going to patreon.com/StarfallPodcast. Get a copy of Roll vs. Roll at GamesCrafter or Drive-Thru RPG.